where I take you through the game of Coffee Talk. And we're going to continue where we left off, which was I think day 4 or 5, one of the two. The gaming whispers. Atlantic countries plead for landfolk to send help instead of trash. Opinion. Who watches The Watchmen in Seattle? Cats are the best creatures on Earth. Research is proven. Wait, we already did this one. God damn it. So yeah, we were on day 5. This one. Evening whispers. Research found that most Fury sedative on the market are not safe. Profile. Morris Lester from slum to glam. Pajama-clad 27-year-old actuary found decapitated on his own bed. Huh. First thing we do is read the story. Cyberpunk Love Hotel. Room service. Get this order to room 512. The order came around 10:30 p.m. I was doing nothing, or in other words, I was waiting for an order to come. I was tasked to take a bottle of wine and a couple packs of condoms. Yes, sometimes guests really do ask for things like this. Talk about being unprepared. The person in charge that night gave me the requested items and let me out of the room to deliver them. From there, I went to the lobby and waited for the elevator to arrive. While I was waiting, a guest came in. Oh, hey, Average Toe, welcome to my stream. I'm currently running Coffee Talk, which is a almost like a visual novel. You run through the stories of the lives of different characters that come in and kind of get their idea of it. I suggest for these, I usually turn down the music on my end and ask anybody who's watching to either put on something that relaxes them. You know, whether that's like heavy metal or Enigma or trance or like even the sound of rain. Um, but that's usually how this one goes. Heavy metal it is, yeah. throw on Metallica, or even go a little crazier, like Rammstein and stuff. Hey, thank you for stopping by the stream. Um, see, where was I? Oh, while I was waiting, a guest came in behind me and pressed the button. Oh, and feel free to interact with me, even though I might be talking. I always take time to chat with the people. While I was waiting, a guest came in behind me and pressed the button to call the elevator. He looked at me in awe. I looked back at him, showing him the smile hotel management taught me. He smiled back. When we got to the elevator, he pushed the button for the 3rd floor. Silence filled the tiny room. What I'm reading here is a short story that she actually wrote. She works for the Daily Reporter. Uh, let's see. Silence filled the tiny room. As we ascended, the guest pulled his phone from his pocket and started recording me. This again, I thought. I didn't do anything about it. To be precise, I can't do anything about it. It's part of the job after all. Ding. We reached the 3rd floor. The guest left while still pointing his camera at me, at me, at me, at me. I waited alone until the elevator reached the 5th floor a few seconds later. I left the elevator and started moving towards room 512. When I was in front of the door, I rang the bell to let the occupants know I'd arrived. It's here. I could hear the muffled voice of a woman. The door opened. Look, hon, they really do use a robot to deliver room service. The woman shouted back to her partner. Ha ha ha, that is so cool. The guy responded, trying to sound interested, though I'm sure he was staring at the woman's butt and couldn't wait to use the stuff they'd ordered. I want to take a picture with the robot, okay? The woman said in a saccharine, sweet, mildly nauseating tone. Sure, hon. Wait, are you sure it's okay to just hug the robot like that? Huh? Turned out the man could still think with his big brain after all. It's fine. I saw they even have a robot you can have sex with. I'm sure a simple hug won't matter, said the woman. It kind of is like not the game itself, but just the short story that she's writing. Um I mean there's drama in the game, but not like erotica. This could definitely be considered erotica. That's a different model. What's next? You're gonna hug a Terminator? I screamed internally. Say cheese. 1, 2, 3. Flash. It looks so cute. I was hoping it might look more human-like though. Maybe they don't have the technology for that yet, said the adult woman, who still hadn't grasped the concept of look but don't touch. Okay, come on, darling. This robot has got other things to do. Let's just take their order and let's do its work. They took their order and closed the door. Oh, humans, how the hell did people manage to survive for so long in this universe? I wondered as I trundled back down to my room. So, what's currently going on in the game? Just a quick recap. Freya, this girl right here, is trying to write a novel through her work, but they don't quite know it yet. Um, the vampire and the werewolf are kind of doing their own thing. Um, and they're more supporting characters than kind of some of the other stuff that's going on. We'll just pick it up. I'll do my best to explain as we go. Kirby, do you want to? That's me. Do you want to order anything else? I'm good for now. I'll order again once I finish reading this. Okay then. I'll leave you with whatever that is. It's it's a really amazing game. Uh it's just so chill. like like it requires no dexterity dexterous stuff, I guess is how you'd kind of say it. I find like some games can be really like stressful at night and make me want to like break my controller. So so sometimes depending on what mood I'm in, I'll throw this one on and stream it. Um and then encourage people to just kind of relax with me. I don't want it to be like a stressful like stream or anything. I'll stream Monster Hunter if I want that. But most of the people in this game, it revolves around a coffee shop, which I think is in Seattle. And a kind of alternate dimension where there's like werewolves, vampires, humans, and orcs and stuff, and they're all living together. And they're kind of like, the race wars that happen are between the actual races. So like Freya is writing a book about what if everyone was human, and would that be like the race wars between like the humans? Like would it be based off like different colors and stuff? So it's kind of an interesting parallel to what we face in our everyday life. And then like one of the big side stories is like there's a couple that are a succubus and an elf, but the elves hate the succubus because they think they're below their grade, like the rich and the poor, and the elf wants to forsake his family to marry her, but she doesn't want to be the cause of him leaving the family. Jesus Christ, Alex! Everybody, welcome my friend Alex to the stream. Alex, this is a chill stream. Be chill. Um, and this is an ongoing one, man. This is one of my friends in real life. He's just angry because I killed him in Gears of War. Freya. Oh, man. Oh, Aqua. Fancy seeing you again so soon. Hi, Freya. Hi, Kirby. Good evening, Miss Aqua. And Alex, this is an ongoing stream, so please don't try to ruin it. So Agua here is a very shy person. It took her a while to get into the shop. And so this is her second night entering the coffee shop. How are you two doing? Same old. I'm good. How about you? Thanks, Alex. I'm fine, thank you. And you? Oops. I asked that already. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. Is Myrtle here? So far, it's only me and Kirby. We have you with us now, of course. Are you meeting her here tonight? Oh, it's not that. I was just wondering whether she's coming here again tonight. You have her email, right? Yeah. Why don't you just tell her to come and meet you here now? That always works for me whenever I want to talk to somebody. That wouldn't be nice. It's not that important anyway. I just wanted to follow up on the questions her team sent out today. Follow up directly, I mean. Anyway, I should order something. Take your time, Miss Aqua. It's alright, I'll order now. I'll have a cup of tea with lemon and cinnamon, please. So this is like the part where you kind of brew drinks for the customers. And you can access your brew pad where if you've brewed the drink before, it'll be saved here. I did on a previous run. I haven't completed the game, but I restarted it for the stream. Tea with lemon and cinnamon. So, a Russian tea. So what I'm gonna want to do is, yeah, you know what? They never really go into it. The only mention they make of it is, the vampire asks what the most expensive thing is. And the barista goes, it's the same price for every drink. But God, I hope it's cheaper than Starbucks. That's a rich man's coffee. And I drink it far too much. Oh, it looks so pretty. Not that I'm rich, by any means. I just drink too much Starbucks. Oh, it looks so pretty. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Russian tea, right? Oh, you knew. I heard about it once. I'm pretty sure the only part that's Russian is the name. It was originally from a community cookbook or something. You're right. Whoa, that's a highly specific fun fact to know. I guess I spend too much time browsing the internet. When did you arrive, Freya? I've been here since you left last night. Blub blub blub. Finish drinking first, Aqua. Same old Agua. I'm sorry. I said you haven't left? I was just joking. Oh. That would be crazy. Why? Oh no. I didn't mean to offend you or anything. It's just that you shouldn't forget to take breaks. Aqua is so adorable. Like, you too, Kirby. Please make sure you get enough rest. Of course I will, Miss Agua. Thank you for the reminder. By the way, Agua. Yes? Where do you come from? Because, judging from your accent, you're not from the States, right? I'm not. I'm from the ocean. Whoa, so you're a full-fledged oceanic? Born and raised in the sea. Why did you move here? Chasing the American dream, I guess. You moved with your family? No, I'm the only one who could move here. Oh. May I know why? It's not easy for our people, especially the females, to get higher education. I got scholarships and the opportunity. I wasn't sure about moving, you know. But my parents pushed me to do it. How long have you been here? Almost 2 years now. Do your parents visit often? They can't. Do you know how hard it is for my people to get a US visa? I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. We're still in contact. We do a video call at least once a week. Do you have siblings? Of course. We are sea people. My extended family is probably as big as Seattle's population. Whoa. That's a lot. You really have that many relatives? Of course not. I was just exaggerating. But if you count my grandpa's kids and grandkids, there are hundreds of us. Holy shit. How about you, Freya? Do you have any siblings? I have. Not as many as you, I assume. I have a little brother. 4 years younger. Alex, no politics in my stream. He also lives in Seattle. No, he's living in San Francisco. Near our parents' house. He's the good kid and I'm the rebel. Working some high-end tech job. While taking care of my dad on the weekends. That's so nice of him. I know, right? That reminds me. I should visit my parents after finishing the draft. You should. Visit them while you can. I know. Anyway, I want to order something. Another espresso? You know, the usual. Which is literally just coffee, coffee, coffee. Oh my god. Alright, Alex, buddy. You and I are really good friends. And you can do your political agenda whenever we stream together. But for this stream, please keep it out of it, buddy. Because I really have to keep these up. And I can't just delete them afterwards. Your espresso's ready. Thanks. Bitter. Just the way I love it. So, this is Rachel's dad. Rachel is a pop singer. And she visited the shop, basically like 2 nights ago. And, she made, she was talking about fighting with her dad. So that's kind of where it's at. And, the cop gave her some advice of how to deal with that. Good evening, sir. Good evening. How can I help you, sir? Ah, yes. I don't know what to order. Something to raise your spirits, perhaps? Hmm. 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 Nothing you like on the menu? I can make you a custom drink if you like. Actually, are you familiar with STMJ? I'm sorry, I've never heard of it. I mean, of course it has a social critique, but, like, I don't want to argue that on Twitch, man. If you want to pull me aside afterwards and we can talk about it, that's cool. But I really do have to keep this up. This is part of a series. Kirby, if you could tell me the ingredients, I'm sure I can recreate it. Ah, lucky me. STMJ stands for Susu Teller Mado Jaha. It's Indonesian and means milk, egg, honey, and ginger. Series. What's the series? Um, Average toe. Can you elaborate? I'm not sure what I was talking about. Understood. Oh, sorry. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I'm running a coffee talk series, so this is part 4 of the coffee talk. Um, so under my collections, I have 1, 2, and 3. And then this is 4. Usually I do them like about two uh 2 nights per video. Depending on how tired I am by the end of it. If I'm like nodding off, I'll finish the night and just be like, all right, guys, I gotta go. You know. But yeah, it's part of a collection. So if anybody like goes back and watches it, it's a I keep it up there for that. Uh, Now like the let's see. So basically, Alex and I stream a lot, and sometimes the conversations go way off the deep end. And they're quite funny, but they're definitely they can't be kept up towards the end of the stream, or something gets heated at one point, and then it's like, well, now I gotta delete this stream too, you know. So that's why I'm trying to keep it on the down low, between Alex and I right now. Simply because at the end of this, I don't want to have to delete it and redo it. Alex, Alex, come on, man. Wait, do you have eggs? I certainly have. They're not on the shelf. But I'll add egg once I've mixed the rest of the ingredients. He'll probably be a part of my Monster Hunter streams because those are just repetitive. And I can delete them if need be. You could say asshole on my stream, that's fine. Hendry, I love that. 1 cup of STMJ, please. Oh yeah, they get a little insane. But it's always funny to have like it's always funny to have Alex um on other streams. Uh, but I think he's got milk ginger honey. I think he's got Monster Hunter now, and you have internet connection at your hotel, right? Alex, no politics, hands down. It's the most divisive thing in this country right now. And the last thing I want my stream to turn into is a freaking war ground for politics. Yeah, your hotel in Spokane, Washington, whatever. Oh, that smell. It brings back so many memories. You're about to get muted if you start going off the thing. It's quite difficult to find a place with the proper STMJ here in the States. I've traveled to so many places, and none of them got it right. You're the first one to manage it. Excuse me, may I ask you girls something? Sure, ask away. What kind of things do you kids like doing nowadays? Oh my god, what a creepy question. Excuse me? Aren't you college students? No, we're not. I see. Uh, may I ask how old you are? Um, you're being creepy, old man. Go back to your chair and keep your distance. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be creepy. Hey, Kirby. Who is this pervy old man? I have no idea. It's his first time here. I want to be able to understand young people. Thank God you're here, Officer Georgie. What's up? There's a creepy old man trying to flirt with us. Where? Oh, you mean him? Yes. Alright, hey, no problem. I'll be here. Yes, but not so loud. This man here is Rachel's dad, Freya. He asked to meet me, so I told him to come here. Oh. I didn't know that Rachel's dad was a pervy old man. Alex, I'll hit you up later to set up a Monster Hunter run. I didn't know that Rachel's dad was a pervy old man. No wonder she ran away from home. Everyone please meet Mr. Furlong, Rachel's dad. Mr. Furlong, please meet Freya and Kirby. Please call me Hendry. I apologize for earlier. I wasn't trying anything funny. I'm sorry about that. Wait a minute. Your name is Hendry Furlong? I mean, a podcast, sure. Your name is Hendry Furlong? Yes. And you're Rachel Florencia's, father? Yes. Furlong? Florencia? Why do you have different last names? What are you trying to pull? Florencia was my late wife's maiden name. Alex, you're too unreliable to make a series completely based on you. But if you want to do a podcast, we can do that. Florencia was my late wife's maiden name. Oh, I'm sorry. Rachel chose it for her stage name. Freya. Okay, I think I better work on my novel. I'm sure you guys have a lot to talk about. Freya, I'll come with you. Anyway, what was it that you wanted to talk to me about? It's about Rachel. That night when you drove her home? Was she hanging out with shady people? Well, I think one of them was a bit shady. Hey, I heard that. What? I'm not a criminal. I'm just kidding. She was in this coffee shop talking with Freya and Kirby here. She wasn't in any danger. Are you sure? What about before that? Whoa, calm down. Is everything alright? It's just that I feel that she's getting more and more distant. That's that's fair to say. I have that feeling sometimes. It's just that I feel that she's getting more and more distant. I don't know how to talk to her anymore. Or even what to talk about. I don't know what kids her age are into nowadays. Every time we talk, we ended up fighting. I have $3. We fight all the time. One thing that I learned, give them time and space. But be there when they need you. Or you can just bribe them. You know, Twitch has crashed my Xbox twice. So yeah, sometimes I feel like just saying F Twitch. One time I had a fight with my eldest daughter. She didn't want to talk to me for a week. I know she loves pizza, so I went to Rocco's and bought her favorite pizza. I left the pizza on the table like a trap. Then I just waited for her to take the bait, just like a stakeout. Once she took a bite of that delicious pepperoni, I casually grabbed a slice and sat with her. That pizza really helped smooth things over. After that, she wouldn't stop talking. What if what she loves doing is the problem? Rachel loves singing and performing on stage. I'm proud of what she has achieved with her career. She's really young, but the entertainment industry isn't a kind place. Not the label, not the media, not the fans, and I don't trust her new manager. Rachel's just a little girl. What if she gets harassed? Or forced to do drugs? Did something happen? Well, nothing's happened yet. I just feel it in my guts. Is it possible that you're just being paranoid? I don't know. Maybe. Psst. Kirby, I need to go now. Thanks for the drink. Take care on your way. Well, can't you just find another manager? Rachel's already 18, so legally she can sign contracts without parental approval. I've been trying to tell her to quit. Every time I brought it up, we just ended up fighting. As a parent, there's really nothing much we can do. Other than guiding them and being there when when they need us. Sooner or later, we'll have to trust them to make their own decisions. And with everything we've taught them, hopefully they'll make the right choices. What if she made the wrong choices? I can do a background check on that manager. If that will ease your mind. Please do. Okay, give me a name. It's Morris. Last name Lester. Actually, you're not too far off. I think this guy is like basically. I think that's basically what they were talking about. Is like um managers preying on the 18-year-olds that come into like the music booths. Morris Lester, got it. Oh, isn't he the guy in today's paper? Anyway, I'll let you know if there's a hit. Hold on, I gotta take this. I've just got a call. I've got to go. I'd love to talk more about this with you. Let's meet again soon. Wait. You have my contact details. Call me if you ever need my help. Wait. Don't worry, I'm sure everything will be alright. I used to manage a girl band. I've seen bad things happen. That bad? Yeah. I was against her joining that pop group at first. But my wife... Yeah, the game touches on a lot of subjects. It's pretty amazing. But my wife, Rachel's mom, she convinced me to give it a chance. Ever since she's been gone, I don't know how to talk to Rachel. With her wanting to do more of her own stuff, I don't know what to do. What do you mean by her own stuff? Modeling and a solo singing career. It's a whole different world than the band. I'm familiar with that side of the biz. But things have changed, right? Even if it has, I don't think it's for the better. She survived being an idol. Even managed to graduate and start a solo career. She sounds like someone who can take care of herself. Don't you think so? She's not ready. I don't want her to get hurt. There are a lot of bad people out there. People that want to take advantage of her. You are her father. I understand you might be worried. However, you shouldn't hinder her from achieving her dreams. No, I'm not that great with with voices. I just I don't know. People say my voice is nice, but I listen back to it on the streams, and it sounds weird. I just want what's best for her. Is it really what's best, though? I think she's born to soar. But she's just a girl. My little girl. Seriously? That's your argument? I didn't mean to sound that way. It doesn't matter whether she's a boy or girl. You drive her away if you keep on acting like this. With your knowledge, you should be able to help her achieve her dreams. I was once a stubborn young girl, too. Maybe I can give you a little advice on how to handle rebellious teens. I'd love to hear it. Is it okay if I stay a bit longer, Kirby? Thanks. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. It's always good to have a compliment thrown my way. I don't maybe. It's not good. I just like, reading this for you guys. Take all the time you need. Yeah, but I mean, it's up against like the best, like Billy West and Robin Williams and shit. I just, I find comfort in this and knowing that someone out there, someone's watching and enjoying it. Monday, September 28th, 2020. Alright. Military personnel stationed along East Coast to prevent immigrants flooding in from the Atlantic. Werewolf representatives push the ministry for more accessible sedative. Doctor from Salach Town arrested for experimenting with child cloning. So the first thing of every day, I read the short story, just to kick it off. The Anxious Boy and His Love Stories on Public Transport. The day was hot, sunny, and humid, just like most days in Jakarta. I was standing inside a crowded bus, neither well-functioning air conditioning nor proper ventilation, trying to keep myself productive in the uncomfortable environment by reading my recently bought copy of Maruka Harukami's The Elephant Vanishes while listening to a random playlist on my old iPod. Despite the hellish conditions, you could say I was luckier than most because I was standing near the rear door of the bus, leaning my back on the side of a seat, safe enough not to fall out of the bus, breezy enough to breathe freely. As mentioned, I was on a public bus in Jakarta, so naturally, I needed to be wary with my surroundings, mostly keeping my belongings secure from pickpockets and other human pests. I glanced around the bus several times in between pages, and that was when I saw her. It's hard to describe her. She has no specific characteristic to differentiate her from other women. She was like the perfect example of the girl you walk past unseen on the sidewalk every day. A girl you might glance at for a second, then a few steps later, it would be hard even to remember her hair color, never mind what her eyes or mouth looked like. It gotta be Billy West or Robin Williams. She was standing near the front. Oh my god, hold on. She was standing near the front door of the bus, not leaning on anything or anyone, not touching the bacteria-infested hand grip on the ceiling of the bus. Although, to be fair, it might have been hard for her to reach that grip anyways. But still, she stood there with the perfect balance of a tree rooted in healthy soil. She stood as if someone had silently put the Venus de Milo on the bus, and she somehow fit perfectly without anyone noticing it happening. She was wearing a pair of headphones, wired, just like headphones were supposed to be, and a slight smile on her face. Sometimes she closed her eyes for a few moments, enjoying the music only she could hear. Her eyes rarely stayed in one place. They kept wandering around the bus. Not too fast, like someone anxious, not too slow, like someone looking at something specific. Maybe she's the one, I thought. This isn't the first time a thought like that has crossed my mind. As a hopeless romantic, saying any woman who piques my interest will immediately trigger a story in my imagination. A story of how I'll approach them, get to know them, with the proviso that they're just as I imagine them to be. Start dating, get married, have kids, grow old in our home, and so on and so on. Random cuties, that's what I call them. Unicorns among horses. The term doesn't apply to any cute girls I see, of course. It has to be someone special. Or at least someone I imagine to be special. The thing is, automatically imagining those stories whenever I happen across a random cutie isn't healthy. It puts a toll on my mind and, of course, my heart. It creates a lot of unhealthy expectations before any opportunities even arise. Oh shit, she looked at me. We made eye contact for a brief flash of seconds. I immediately returned to my book. Did she notice me staring at her? Did she see what I was thinking? My mind won't stop spinning, overthinking, while my pulse beats double time in my ears. I continue staring at my book with what just happened. I obviously can't read it properly. My eyes were looking at the words, but nothing was being processed other than thoughts of her. I glanced back at her and she was staring at me. Eye contact more than once. It has to mean something. Should I approach her and introduce myself? Yes. Yes, I should. But what if things go wrong? What's the worst that could happen if we introduce ourselves? First, it's a crowded bus, and moving from the rear door to the front will definitely annoy some people. Second, what if after we approach her, she becomes annoyed and, oh come on, you're overthinking as usual. Nothing bad will happen, even if she does get annoyed. Don't dismiss me. Nothing bad will happen. Well, she might scream and say I'm a pervert, and then the whole bus will beat me to death. On the worst option, what if we introduce ourselves, and then it turns out She's not like we imagined her to be. All that time and energy will be wasted, exchanged for years of agony. Oh, for everything will be fine. Don't worry so much. No matter what happens, second, we will have to try something first. No, there's too much at risk. The debate is still raging inside my head, and that's when it happens. We make eye contact again, but this time it lasts longer than a few seconds. And then she smiled at me. Just a small curve on those perfectly average, beautiful lips. I quickly returned to my book. See, you have to do something. But remember the girl with the violin we saw on the train to Yogyakarta a few years ago? Of course I remember. Just like my toe. Oh my god. Your name is pretty kick-ass. I'm not gonna lie. Of course I remember. Exactly. She was just a random person that sat across from you on the train. We don't even remember what month it was, and yet we still remember the maroon coat she was wearing, the violin case she put in the overhead compartment, her reddish hair and that pixie cut, her... Stop it, that was different, and we might have saved ourselves a lot of embarrassment by not talking to her. The thoughts, the noises, the internal dialogue, it won't stop. I was sweating, but not because of the heat, a cold sweat. This had to stop. Stop! I screamed internally. Everything stopped, and just in time, my old iPod randomly shuffled to Explosions in the Spaces. The only moment we were alone. I cranked up the volume, put my book in my bag, and just breathed. Yes, I might lose the chance to meet the one by doing this, but at least as long as I don't know her, she's perfect. As far as I know, she might be listening to Explosions in the Space. As far as I know, she might be a big fan of Harukama and Final Dreams 9. As far as I know, she might be single. As far as I know, she might be a 100% perfect match for me. That I believe can exist if my knowledge of her goes any further than what I know right now. And you're very welcome, Average Tone. I love the name. Besides, as the old saying goes, if it's meant to be, it will be. The bus stopped in front of Plaza Senian, my destination. It was time for me to go. I decided not to look in her direction as I left, knowing that if I looked at her, it would be the last time I ever saw her. That's too hard for a hopeless romantic like me. I left the bus and enjoyed the warm sun and the breeze of fresh air, finally out of that metal Schrodinger's box. That's when it happened. I turned my head to the right, and there she was, standing alone, enjoying the breeze. Now she was free of the roasting metal box we humans named bus. She turned her head to the left, showing a glimmer of surprise at seeing me standing there. After that, she smiled. So if it's meant to be, it will be. Oh my god, that was a long one. Thanks. Alright, let's move on with the story. Are you sure that would be okay? Yes? I mean, it would be really hard to pull off, but it's something that'll make the story different. Different isn't always good. It's a neat concept, but you need to handle it carefully. And gracefully. I know. Oh, this is Gala. He's the vampire. Or, no, he's the werewolf. So, like, about once a month he goes into this kind of fury. And one of the things that we could do at the shop is create a drink for him that hopefully sedates it. However, if you don't actually discover what the drink is, you miss out on an opportunity for further interaction. Hey, Gala. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Gala. Am I interrupting? Because he's a werewolf, and werewolves be hot, yo. Werewolves and vampires. This is a video game. Yeah, I know. It is, man. All of them are, like, super hot. Like fucking, well, maybe not Hendrik, but like Freya, Gala, the vampire dude. It's definitely easy to look at. Am I interrupting? It looked like you were having an intense discussion. It's nothing. Kirby was just giving me feedback. It's for the book I'm writing. If creepy old guys are... Look, everybody who might be watching this, now or in the future, if creepy old guys are your thing, it's 2021, I am not judging you. It's for the book I'm writing. It sounds like a heavy discussion. What are you up to tonight? I'm just planning to sit and relax. Please don't let my presence interrupt you. Oh, don't worry about it. Although I need to interrupt Kirby for a moment. Sure, how can I help? Can I have a cup of... you remember my remedy? Of course. You want me to give it a try again? My last order might have been the right drink. Well, let's give it a try again. Just to be sure. Okay. Remember, it has tea and ginger. Now, I do want to clarify something. When Alex and I stream, it is pretty fun. And I highly encourage everybody to check it. Because it's usually a one-off thing. Because like I said, by the end of the stream, I have to, like, delete it. But it can be quite funny. Because I like to fuck with Alex and, you know, vice versa. Let's see, brew pad. So that's tea, milk, ginger. Now, if you're looking for the remedy of him in the game, you have to put it in that exact order. Otherwise, it comes out wrong. Oh, so whenever it freezes like that, that's the music changing on the game. Judging from the smell, this looks like it. Indeed. I have the same feeling. Hey, that's my secret as a barista. I just microwave everything. I have the same feeling. I made a note of that mixture. Perfect. Anyway, please don't mind me and continue with your discussion. Don't worry, Miss Agala. We're done for the night. You're done? I have a lot of new homework thanks to you. Don't tell anybody, though. You're welcome. Is Hyde coming? No, I'm by myself tonight. It's gonna be a peaceful night, then. That's mean, Freya. Oh, come on. I was just joking. He needs to learn how to communicate his thoughts nicely, though. Hyde's the vampire, and in the previous stream, he laid down some pretty heavy truth on the succubus. He might not lick it, but he's a very kind person, you know. He doesn't show it, that's for sure. That applies to you as well. Ah, come on. And that's the elf. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Baileys. Hey, how are you doing, Freya? Not good. What's going on? I know, it's like every single one of them. Kirby was just criticizing my story. It's called feedback. It's cruel. It's necessary. You know, they could be almost interchangeable, though. Succubi are supposed to be succulent. Sounds interesting. What's the problem with the story? The story is non-linear and quite complicated. Imagine a choose-your-own adventure story, but for adults. Sounds pretty common so far. But instead of telling you which page to turn to, each decision you make will give you a score. What? That score will determine which page you should go to. That sounds more like a video game than a book. I know it's not that original, but my target here is the mainstream audience. Huh? With the help of my publisher, this kind of book may go mainstream. Just like that Choose Your Own Adventure show on Netstream. It was nothing new, but because of the marketing and the names involved, it reached the mainstream market. That sounds interesting and highly ambitious, Freya. At least it's simpler than my other idea, which is making the novel not in the form of a book, but in the form of story cards. What? I know, right? If she has all the time in the world, and that's before even considering the sensitive issue of setting the story in a world where only humans exist. What did you say? No, there's a reason why it has to be that way. Just wait until I finish it, okay? Alright, alright. As Kirby said though, I won't have the time. Getting normal pitch approved is already a steep climb. Let's not make the mountain even higher. Fair enough. What's the story all about, by the way? You'll have to wait for it. Don't want to spoil the fun. If you say so. Anyway, I haven't ordered anything. What do you want to drink tonight? Ginger latte, if you know how to make it. Ooh, I might actually even be able to draw on this one. I don't know why I'm so excited about that. I'm terrible at drawing into the drinks. Coffee, ginger, milk. Alright, let's see. Coffee, ginger, milk. No, it doesn't have a drawing option. There you go. Thanks. Yeah, it seems a little bizarre. It's like everybody just loves their ginger shit, I guess. I mean, like, you know, I enjoy a gingerbread frappuccino on Christmas, but yeah, oh, because we don't serve alcohol. That's actually the very first thing that he asked when he first showed up at the thing. It was like, hey, you guys got alcoholic drinks here? And the barista was like, no, we just serve coffee. But I bet that's what he drinks at the bar. It's just straight up Bailey's on the rocks, in a rocks glass. I can kind of see that. This is good. With this kind of drink making skill, I wonder why your place isn't any bigger. What we have here is now more than enough for me. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. By the way, how you doing, Bailey's? Still busy with your last client? He is quite young. And so is she. Oh, I'm done with her. Done? As in, you're dropping the project? Hey, I'm not crazy. I still need the money. Done as in, I've finished the job. I spent the past few days making sure it's even done before the deadline. And I have a total man crush on Gala. Did she like it? Oh, she loved it. She had some complaints, of course, but I convinced her. By using some design terms she doesn't understand. So you finished your job by bullshitting her? The finest bullshit, me lady. That's one survival skill every freelancer must have. Are you working on anything right now? No. I'm taking a break from work. I need to work on a few personal matters. Oh. Like, you and Lua? Lua is a succubus. Something like that. By the way, I'm curious. How did you guys meet? If you don't mind me asking. I don't mind. It's just that I was young and stupid, you know? Oh, come on. Who hasn't been there? You're right. So, I was a bit of a player back in college. Oh, spicy. And I was going after my then best friend's girlfriend. My then best friend's girlfriend's friend. Wait, what? Okay, I'll say it slowly. I used to have a best friend. He was an incubus. Okay. Let's call him Cognac. Cognac has a girlfriend. Still following. And that girl has a friend. Alright, hold on. He has a best friend. Who has a girlfriend. And that girl has a friend. Okay. The friend is the one I'm after. Oh, okay. Got it. She was one of the hottest girls there. But everyone knew she wasn't the type of girl you'd want to date. Why? I don't want to get into the details. But this succubus was super hot. And all the guys wanted to sleep with her. She was a player too. Huh? That doesn't sound like Lua at all. Because it wasn't Lua, genius. Huh? Lua was my friend's girl. Holy moly. This is getting spicier. The other's girl name was, let's just call her Rose. Continue. I knew Lua thanks to her relationship with Cognac. That's a fake name you made up, right? Yes. Now will you let me continue without interruptions? Okay, okay. So I asked Lua a lot of things about Rose. She knew what I was after. I annoyed her so much, but I kept on bothering her. I mean, I was a pretty active guy back then. So Lua came over to visit us at one point. I lived with Cognac back in college. I'd been out and I got back just as Lua arrived. A total coincidence. We went into our place together and witnessed something surprising. What? Cognac was sleeping with Rose. Gasp. Holy mother of moly. I saw the look on Lua's face. The disbelief, anger, sadness. And without even thinking about it, I punched Cognac in the face. Dude, for real. And I'm kind of glad fucking Bailey's just knocked fucking Cognac. You what? I got into a fight with him. Oh, I haven't told you. Cognac was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tutor for kids. God damn. He's pretty good. Oh my. Dude, for sure. This guy just straight knocked that dude for, like, cheating on the girl. Like, props to him. Can't be that good then. Yeah. If he can't even train adults, what's he doing in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Yeah, yeah, I landed that one punch, and he beat me to a pulp. Easily. Lua begged me to stop fighting on her behalf. More like she begged Cognac. Hey, I wasn't kidding. I lost, but I didn't give up so easily. I was beaten pretty bad. So Lua took care of my injuries. We grew closer after that. And I don't remember the exact date, but suddenly that friendship turned into a relationship. That was one hell of a story. I know. Have you seen her? Brown chicken, brown cow. The bum 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 bum. 70s porn stash. He probably rocked one back in the day. He is immortal. I mean, as an elf. Have you seen her by any chance? Yeah. Lua came by a few days ago. How is she doing? She hasn't returned any of my calls or texts. Well, she's healthy, that's for sure. She got into an argument, though. With whom? There was this male model. A model? I didn't think she was the type of girl to go out with a model. Oh, they weren't together. What were they arguing about? Well, we were talking about your relationship. Lua told us about the reason behind the fight, about your family stuff. And then this guy, Hyde, joined the discussion. What did he say? He didn't understand why Lua would insist on getting family approval. Considering, you know, what? You're willing to leave your own family. You would do that for her? Yes, I would. I'm sick and tired of my family. Why would you say that? Let me tell you about my family. Or should I say most elven families. They all think they're so high and mighty. If you're born an elf, there are certain unwritten rules you must follow. Reputation and appearance are everything. We must never, ever make our family look bad. You can only befriend certain people. You must dress a certain way. You can only have certain jobs. Jobs that are deemed worthy and successful. Like being a doctor, a lawyer, a CEO. You know. Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be an artist. I love drawing and creating art. However, becoming an artist is not something elves would deem quote-unquote suitable. Unless you become the next Da Vinci. So, when I switched from a business major to an art major, my parents went crazy, screamed like they were on fire. They told me that I'd never be rich or successful. All that because you chose an art degree? You want to know the worst part? They blamed Lua. What do you mean? They blamed her for my decision to pursue my passion for art. Yelled about how her kind is ruining the country. Accusing their religion of worshipping the Dark Lord. Accusing her of putting a spell on me and cursing the family. Whoa. I mean, come on, this is the 21st century. That's so not cool. I don't want to sound judgmental, but your family is racist. Tell me about it. Lou is the only person that can make me feel alive. She showed me how I can be free and pursue my dreams. I don't understand why Lua is so obsessed with the idea of reconciliation with my family. I don't get it. I have no problem leaving my family, you know. I would happily leave them for the both of us. What about her? What about her and her family? You may be happy to leave your family. However, it might not be the same for her. Gala, do you have something to say? Perhaps you can give us a different perspective. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I couldn't help overhearing your story. I assume that the person you're talking about is not an elf, correct? Yes, she's a succubus. I see. I'm a werewolf. For werewolves, the wolf pack is the most important thing. We'll put family before any other. I know. it's like, sorry for eavesdropping right in on this conversation. Although that is something I would completely do. Just be like, what are they talking about over there? We'll put family before any other. 100%. Yep. This is me in a nutshell. And then of course I'd like jump in and inject my opinion. We often have our own problems within the pack. But we won't abandon our family for anything. Perhaps that's also true for her and her family. Besides, if you leave her family for her, wouldn't that make your parents believe that all those bad stereotypes about succubi are true? I never thought of it that way before. Whether you like it or not, your actions will have an impact on her as well. And if you leave your family for her, that will put her in a difficult spot. She might feel responsible for your actions. Yo, Blackstone! Average Toe meet Blackstone. Blackstone meet Average Toe. You both are pretty chill people. Shout out to Average Toe. She has been following me along with this, stream. She usually at least streams Hades, which is a pretty cool game. I would suggest, hitting that follow button on her. Or him. I don't know either way. But Average Toe. Shout out to Blackstone. Blackstone is chill as fuck. He has the some of the best streams I've seen, where he just plays off the wall games like this and interacts with his audience. So I'm glad that you two are meeting. Bailey's, there's nothing to feel bad about. I'm leaving my messy family to create a better one with her. It's easy for you to say that now, but you don't know what the future holds. One day, circumstances might change. One day, one of you might regret your decisions. One day, you might use the I left my family for you card. We love each other. I'll be with her whatever the circumstances may be. You know, love is like a flame. Blackstone has like the perfect awkward streams. Like they're so much fun to watch. I'll wake up at like in the middle of the night and just pop on a Blackstone stream for a bit. And then just fall back asleep happily. Love is like a flame. It might burn fiercely at first. But over time it will die down if you don't maintain it. Maintaining it won't be easy. It will be hard work. Because life is full of storms. And marriage, it will not survive on love alone. Whoa, that's deep. I completely missed all of that. Oh man. Oh, hold on. Life is full of storms, and marriage will not survive on love alone. God damn it, I'm gonna have to rewatch this part. We'll have each other, and that's enough for us. Tell me, do you have health insurance? What? I'm an elf. Why would I need health insurance? You'll need some. What for? Immortality is an elven privilege. But you'll lose it if your family disowns you. I've seen people go bankrupt because they fell ill or got seriously injured. Emptied their entire life savings for an $8 pill because in this country they charge $20,000 for it. And if you decide to have children, they won't have the same privileges you do. There's a high probability that they'll get bullied for being a half-breed. There are consequences. It shouldn't be taken lightly. Think about it. Gala dropping the fucking mic. Anyway, I've gotta go. I apologize for my intrusion. No, thank you for your insight. I've gotta go too. Want to head out together? Sure. Thanks for the drink, Kirby. And Freya? Bye. What? You made me lose 2 customers in a minute. Hey, that wasn't on me. They were leaving anyway. Are you gonna write that in your book? It's a secret. If your book is based on this coffee shop. I know, it's crazy. It's fun to just watch the nights unfold and like the conversations between them. It's like it's so easy to get wrapped up in. And it's like, Blackstone, what are you doing on this stream, man? You don't want this like you don't want this ruined for you. He was thinking about streaming this and he hasn't been through it yet. And now I feel bad that he's here. But you get really pulled into the story and like the lives of the characters. And I've done about, I'd say 80% of this game before I started streaming. And then I was just like, you know what? That would be a really fun game to like just stream late at night and label it late night chilling, you know. Sometimes I'll do late night horror, and that's like if I'm in a darker mood. I'll do like Dead Space or something. If your book is based on this coffee shop, or if I really just want to get the shit kicked out of me, I'll do Darkest Dungeon. How can you present a story like theirs in a world with only humans around? I'm not sure. Perhaps a hot drink will give you some inspiration. Sounds like a great idea. Give me 2 minutes, guys. I'll be right back. Alex, you will not be a moderator. I don't need you moderating anything on my channel. Bitter Heart. Shadows that will help you try to hide. Tuesday, September 29th, 2020. Just a heads up, Alex and I are friends in real life, so yeah. It's the Evening Whisperer. Who vows to stop major hospitals selling free sedative illegally? Coachella 2020. 10 reasons why you should go. Sports tournament in space might be only a few decades away. Alright, we'll start with the first story. Alright, send me your resume and I'll think about it. A stray boy and a lonely cat. Midnight, the boy arrives at his home. The ticking sound of the cooling engine fills the dark, empty garage, followed by the scrape of the rusty metal door being forcefully closed. He leaves the garage, and there she is waiting for him to come back home. She always waits in the same spot, around the same time. The boy always smiles when he sees her. Meow! That was Harp. Hold on. Okay. God damn it, that was like a seductive fucking cat. Hold on. Okay. Meow! The cat calls the boy, demanding the treatment. There you go, Alex. You got a job. The cat calls the boy, demanding the treatment. She always receives. She always receives from him every night in the same spot, around the same time. He laughs quietly as he walks up to join her. You've been waiting for me, haven't you? Here, come here, says the boy to the cat while he pets her fur. The cat purrs loudly and refuses to stand still. She dances around him, stands up tall on 2 feet, rubs her head against his shins, and shares her affection while enjoying their nightly routine. Until suddenly the boy decides that their interaction is enough for today. He stands up, walks away from her, and closes his door. The cat understands that their time for the day is up. They both return to their own lives. The boy did not give the cat something to eat, and the cat did not sleep next to him to help him relax, for she was not his, and he was not hers. Alright, so this is Hyde. This is the vampire. Hyde. He never really changed. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate that. Hyde. He never really changed. I know. But it was surprisingly nice catching up with people from back then. Thank you for forcing me to do it. Don't mention it. Hey, Kirby. I'd like to order again. The usual. Back to the experiment? Yes. I think the last one was the remedy. But there's no harm in checking some other combinations. Alright. You know what to do. God, he just gave me free reign to make another drink. But I kinda don't wanna just like screw over Gala. I'll do Galahad. Try this. Thank you. Just what I needed. What about you, Mr. Hyde? Would you like to order anything else? I'm good for now. I couldn't help overhearing you both. It sounds like you two go way back. We do, I guess. He was my bodyguard. Oh? Didn't you meet here? Yeah, when this was a bar. What happened exactly? He was getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarves. Those two bastards. It wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened. Aren't vampires supposed to be, you know, tough? Just because I'm a vampire, it doesn't mean I know Kung Fu. Besides, I'd had a couple of drinks. I could have taken them both if I was sober. A couple? Really? You were trashed, Hyde. You told them I was your bodyguard. Wait, were you not his bodyguard? Not at the time. We didn't even know each other. But because of that whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. And then this wasted vampire stuck to me. Like, well, you know, to a blanket. Obviously, he was too drunk to drive. So I hailed a cab. Turns out he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived. And I was stuck with him until morning. Thanks for not leaving me on the street, Gala. Those dwarves could have killed me. Who were they? I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but it's possible that they had ties to the Mafia. And I might have lost some of their money in the stock market. A lot of their money. Yikes. They wanted me to launder their dirty money, so I decided to screw them over instead. Yeah, I overheard what they were talking about before the fight started. I knew Hyde was innocent, and that's why I helped. He might be an annoying asshole. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Average Toe. I'll definitely check out your stream when you go online next. And it's always a pleasure to meet new people. Shout out to Average Toe. Alex, you should follow her as well. She likes gaming. He or she. I'm sorry, I don't know what the pronoun is. Average Toe likes the game. So they, you know, he or she has a great gaming channel. I'm terrible at this. Shout out to Average Toe. Give her a follower. Hey, thanks, Alex. I appreciate that. He might be an annoying asshole, but he's not a thief. What a stroke of luck, the universe sending me a guardian angel in my time of need. So the next morning, I offered him a job as my bodyguard for real. After all the trouble he caused me the night before. Hey, I took you to breakfast. No, you click on them. I mean, you can add them as a friend, but if you click on them and go to, user actions and view info, you can follow them. My Average Toe streams Hades, which is a fantastic game to watch. She also loves, the Switch, which I'm 100% behind, you know. I think the Switch is one of the greatest consoles out there. Don't tell me that counted for nothing. I have to say it wasn't my proudest moment. Alright. I get, you know what, Alex, for as much as you don't stream, you're starting to get a follower base. I was broke. Breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse. And now you got your first friend. It was the late 60s, mind you. It wasn't easy finding a job. Especially for people like me. Werewolves? War veterans. Ah, I see. So how did you go from working as a bodyguard to working in the hospital, Gala? Well, when he was working with me, I noticed Hyde. I'd prefer if we skipped that part. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go into any details about it. It's alright. Forgive me for asking. I don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with something. Let's just say something from my past. Thanks to that help, I found a new purpose in my life. Helping other people live. Of course, it's not easy for a veteran werewolf to become a nurse or a doctor. That's why I chose as hospital admin instead. So you could say I owe this guy my life. Thanks to his stubborn persistence in helping me when I needed it. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I didn't expect such a tale from you. I know. Anyway, Kirby, I'd like to order something now. What would you like? Can you make a tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time? Fucking... What the fuck? Alright. Tea-based drink. Oh my god. What? Okay. Oh, latte art! Yay! Alright. I'm pretty bad at this, guys, so... I'm gonna just make the Naruto symbol here. I'm gonna make that perfect. And now, I'm gonna etch it. I'm gonna just make the leaf. Yeah, that looks exactly like the symbol from the Leaf Village. Here's your order. Exactly what I wanted. By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today. Yeah, I haven't seen her today. I don't know. If it's somebody watching, some people just like to watch. Not everybody jumps on chat. Huh, speak of the devil. Hello, good people. And one vampire. It's good to see you too. Freya. By the way, we were just talking about you. Oh, really? What about me? What? You don't have to bring anybody out, Alex. Just let them watch. Like, ignore Alex. If you want to lurk on my streams, you are more than welcome to lurk on my streams. I'm just as happy entertaining people. Hide. I was just surprised that you weren't here. Is that how you pick up girls young enough to be your granddaughter? That won't work on me. Huh. I've no interest in flirting with you. I've got high standards, you know. You look so tired, Freya. Hard day at work? How could you tell? Call werewolf senses. Right. I showed Kirby my draft. And I actually got some good feedback. That's good to hear. Glad I can help. So I spent the whole day rewriting stuff. And I also did some stories for the paper. Overall, it was a good day. That's good to hear. But please don't forget to take a break. It's easy to get carried away by work when you're on a roll. So, lurk means just watching the stream without interacting. It's a common practice. Some people do it because they're doing other stuff in the background and just want to listen in. Well, sometimes people watch the stream, interact, and then go, I'm gonna lurk, which means that they're gonna like watch your stuff, but you know, go about doing stuff around them. I've done it a couple times. You know, it's nothing new. Freya, will do, sir. And speaking of hospitals, how's your hospital adminning life going? That's not even a word, Freya. Actually, I'm not even sure what you even do here. Oh my god. Yeah, kind of. You can go stalk people's streams if you want, Alex. Actually, I'm not even sure what you even do there. It's pretty boring to talk about. But mostly I handle operational stuff happening in the hospital. Things like how much a specialist costs and how much it affects our income. I also deal with patients and their families. If they require intensive care such as operations, I go through what we do and how much it would cost them. Kinda like biz dev for people's lives then. You could say that. Damn, that sounds complicated and hard. That's why I'm suited for my job. Someone who gets very emotionally attached to patients would find this job pretty tough. Whereas heartless people like my friend here only see it from a business perspective. Good point. Why do people rarely talk about your kind of job? I guess most people don't really notice we exist or think about the necessity of it. Exactly, it's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it. Maybe because most admins are just like me. We rarely talk about work outside the hospital. Why? For me, I just don't find any reason to. It's the patient's personal lives anyway. Such professionalism and loyalty. Alex, you're doing good. But mostly just on my Coffee Talk streams, I just try to keep it chill. Any other, like when we're doing Monster Hunter, feel free to rage. I don't care. I'll delete that immediately after if it gets too bad, you know. You should keep hold of that mindset, especially in front of this lady here. He needs to be less. He needs to be less loyal, though. Hide. You've been doing this job for a while, right? Almost 50 years now. Whoa, I didn't know that. Wait. 50 years in the same position? This might be my last night. Uh-huh. Holy sh... Ask for a promotion, man. They keep offering me new positions. Mostly managerial. Take it. Not interested. Why? It's not something I want. Besides, as I've told you before, I fit perfectly in this position. But the salary must be better if you take the promotion, right? Of course. What I get at the moment is more than enough for me right now. I'll still get raises while I'm doing the job. I really can't figure... I really can't figure you out. That's Gala for you. Anyway, my shift's starting soon. It was nice catching up with both of you. Are you gonna stay, Hyde? Yeah, I'm still enjoying the vibes here. I'll see you in a few weeks, I guess. Yep. Safe trip. See you around, Kirby. And you, Freya. See you. Take care on your way. You know, it's kind of hard to believe that someone like Gala could be your best friend. We were just talking about that before you arrived. Oh, really? Man, I missed an interesting story. Oh, sorry. So how did you guys meet? Seriously? I have to retell the story? Yes. Come on, you're not going anywhere, right? Alright then. We met in this place back when it was a bar. Whoa! I never knew Gala used to be in the army. I mean, he's got the build to be on the front line. Still though, why did he make the jump from, how should I say this, a very physical job to medic? Well, he's not comfortable talking about it right now. But you know why, right? Are you trying to squeeze the story from him? From me, obviously. He doesn't want to talk about it. That's him, not you. Seriously, Freya? Come on. I won't get into details, but going to war, it messes with your head. Oh. You see why Gala doesn't want to talk about it, huh? I don't get it, but it must be difficult, especially back then. The only thing he was confident in was his strength. So he only did work that relied on his muscle. That wouldn't help him get over his trauma though, right? Of course not. But it was the only thing he could do. Or at least the only thing he did. I'm sorry, guys. Or at least it's the only thing he thought he could do. But you hired him for his muscle. Hey, I didn't know about it at that time. Besides, he's good at being a bodyguard. And we weren't that close yet. So no personal feelings. I needed his strength. But then I got to be interested in him. Interested? I think he's a cool person. That's all. And after a few months, I noticed his problem. I suggested he talk about it with someone, seek out. Which he refused. No surprises there. But I kind of pushed him to do it. How? It's complicated. Eventually, he did go to get professional help. Of course, I have no idea what happened in his therapy sessions. But in the end, he found a new purpose in his life. He quit working for me. And not so long after that, he started working at the hospital. And he's been Good evening, everyone. Oh boy. Good evening. It's nice to see you again. We are also glad to see you here, barista. By the way, I didn't catch your name the last time you visited. Do you have a name? Name? We sure have. On Earth, people call us Neil. Neil. Yes. Neil. Is that your real name? Neil's an alien. He's here on Earth trying to mate with a female. Oh, of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we do not really need trivial things like names to interact. But from what we have learned here, it seems like the name Neil has a lot of associations with Earthling efforts in intergalactic exploration. I get what you mean. I believe we did not meet the last time we were here. I saw you from afar when you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So, hello. My name is Freya. You could say I'm a regular here. And you, sir? Hyde. You come here often? For someone who doesn't live in Seattle, yeah. Oh, you are not from around here. Neither are we. Where do you come from? Far away. By far away, you mean a few thousand miles or more? More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing. That sounds far away indeed. What are you doing here in Seattle? And do all your kind dress like this? Oh, this? We chose his appearance based on an image we saw when we first arrived. Image? Ah, the Army Gendru album color. Album co Album cover. No wonder you look familiar. As for what we were doing, this place is really the perfect spot to practice our communication skills with Earthlings. But before that, please let us order something from the barista. What do you want to drink tonight? The usual. That is how you say it, yes. Yes. So, anything? Yes, we won't be able to taste the difference anyway. You really can't taste anything. Yes. What if I could brew a drink that can make you feel something? Interesting premise. But we doubt you'll be able to do that. Challenge accepted. Please surprise us. You have to make a drink called the Milky Way. It's right here. Milk, honey, mint. Let's see, I hope I got this right. Thank you. What the? Interesting. Before you ask, yes, that's how they drink. This... Alex, you're welcome in any of my streams. I'll just be like, hey, let's tone it down. If it's a stream I plan on, pomegranate. If it's a stream I plan on keeping, you know. And you're definitely welcome in any time, you know, we're playing together and shit. There's just like, there's a couple streams that I make collections of that I try to keep. This is one of them. So that's like when I'll be like, alright, Alex, let's just be chill today. You know? Neil, what is this? We have never been able to test anything in our life. But this this is pomegranate. This is a breakthrough. We have to report immediately. Done. Thank you so much from all of our kind. You are one interesting person. Normally, yes. But you can't be so sure with Freya. That definitely wasn't the highest form of compliment. Why is it on auto? Us? We are travelers. Doing our job in the space you call Milky Way. What kind of job? Alright, good night, Alex. Thanks for stopping by. What kind of job? We are tasked with the mission to spread our seeds. You really are here to find a date. All the way from a galaxy far, far away. Wow. It turns out pervs exist anywhere in the universe. Feeling attacked, old man? Not really. You have a valid point. We do not understand. But we are glad if we can make you laugh. Oh, the pleasure was mine. If I might ask, why do you have to breed with us? We are sorry, but that is classified information. Aw, man. Well, we believe it is alright if we share it with you tonight. Thanks to this eye-opening drink from the barista. I owe you this story. So why? Everyone, including us and you and everyone else, is tasked to keep the balance of the universe. But sometimes it is hard for some civilizations to maintain balance by themselves. Because unknown threats that are beyond each civilization's power can appear. And that is where we come in. I still don't see the relationship between that and impregnating us. You're quite dense, aren't you? Hey. You came here to give seeds. So a half-breed of your kind can be born on Earth. That is correct. The half-breeds will be half Earthling and half whatever you are. Yes. I'm assuming that you have some powers that we can't comprehend. You're trying to make sure Earth will have its own protector. That is 100% correct. Holy shit. You're trying to give us a superhero? Yes, that is what you people call a protector. But why go through all the hassle? It sounds like a lot of work. Why not just explain this to someone? I'm sure a lot of women wouldn't mind giving birth to a superhero. Sadly, it is not that simple. The future protector has to be someone that loves his planet more than anything. They have to be born out of love. Which we have learned is a very complicated feeling on Earth. We have it easier back home due to the nature of our communication. We understand everyone deeply by default. So everyone on our planet loves each other from the moment they're born. That sounds beautiful. And creepy. Why? It sounds like your planet is a giant spherical orgy. That was a badly chosen word. But it is roughly similar to the truth. Oh my. If what you say is true, shouldn't we help them to get laid with love? Guidance is all we need. Otherwise, we might be responsible for the birth of a super evil person instead. Well, how's the mission going so far? We cannot say it is going well. I'm not surprised. With how quirky and unique you are, not many women can handle that. Could you handle them, though? Me? I don't know. What do you think? You're a pretty adventurous girl. I wouldn't be surprised if you decided to go on a date. Or maybe go further if it got you to a good story. Are you not offended by that? Not in the slightest. You're wrong, though. I'd go on a date with them, but I don't like to sleep around. Really? To be honest, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I get that a lot. People often mistake me for someone who gets around a lot. Excuse me, miss. From what we gather, does it mean you are willing to breed with us in exchange for our stories? Wow, no wonder your mission isn't going well. I don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner in exchange for stories, but I'll only sleep with someone I'm serious about. But our mission is serious. It's not that. You either have to be my boyfriend or husband if you want to sleep with me. We have heard of those terms before. Let us check them once again. This is very strange. According to what we found, many Earthlings mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives. Yes, that's called commitment. Such a strange concept. Then why, with such rules, do you still face overpopulation problems? Now that you mention it, we don't have enough control of ourselves. And those in charge also don't have enough control of us. Not to mention some races live for a very, very long time. So even though there are rules about having kids, and they can be strictly enforced, a lot of people still break them. We know Earthlings boast about the concept of free will, but we thought your kind also loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet. At least that's what we gathered from your information network. Theoretically, that should be the case. But Earthlings are stupid. That's the easiest way to put it. We learned so much today. But we have another question for Miss Freya. Ask away. How can we become your husband? First of all, I would suggest going step by step. Most of the time you start by dating, boyfriends or girlfriends, you know, before you talk about marriage. Oh, okay. So, how can we become your boyfriend? You start by asking her whether she's actually single. Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single? Yes, I am single. Do you want to be our girlfriend? Now? The path to starting to date varies between people, but usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourself to someone. Wow. The breeding process on Earth is surely extremely complicated. It can be easier if you're a smooth talker. Smooth talker? Someone good at communicating with others. That would be really challenging for us. That would be really challenging for us. Even after all that, making kids is still a totally different league. Most women prefer if their male partners wear condoms. Condoms? It's something you wear to prevent pregnancy. Why would you do the mating ritual if you do not want to have offspring? Pleasure. All this information is too much to process in one evening. So we talked about using condoms, but how do your kind have sex? Like seeing how you drink. A condom might be something you can't use at all. That's true. How do you do it? We are pretty flexible with that, but we cannot tell you the details. Unless we agree to do the mating ritual. I don't want to imagine how it's done. Oh, you do not need to worry. We will not hurt anyone physically or mentally. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Especially the mental part. We did our research. We tried it on the testing object we made. It was proven. The mental capacity of Earthlings is far more complicated than anything else on Earth. Oh, we did not know that. Being born on Earth sounds very difficult. It is. I have to agree with that. Anyway, thank you so much for the information you have given us tonight. It means a lot for our mission. We have to report our findings to the base. How will you proceed with your mission with this newfound information? We are not sure yet. It is yet to be discussed after all. It was really nice talking with all of you. You're welcome. We are off now. Bye! Take care on your way, sir. That was really something. Indeed. You said the first time they came here was for a date, right? Yeah, but their date never came. And then they mistook Miss Myrtle for their date. The game developer orc? Wow, I tried to think how that went. It was pretty awkward. But you can't be angry at such naivety. I guess so. By the way, has that young woman been back since I spoke with her last time? You mean Miss Lua? Yeah, her. Oh, showing some concern now, are you? I'm just curious. No, I haven't seen her since. But her boyfriend did come a few days ago. And Freya was being pretty nosy. To the point that Mr. Gala joined the discussion. My. You really have a knack for starting trouble. Sadly, I have to agree with that. It's not easy to make Gala join a random conversation. Unless it really piques his interest. Or it annoys him. I don't know how to react to that. Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul tomorrow. So I'm off for the day. Oh, you're leaving Seattle so soon? It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know. Oh well. It'll be a peaceful week then. Excuse me. Anyway, I need to get going as well. And I as well, Twitch. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything. Huh. I didn't even notice that. You really don't care about business. She didn't order anything, but she did track people to the coffee shop. Well, that's one way to put it. Anyway, Freya, do you want to share a cab? Thanks, but I'm riding my bike. Alright then, see you around. Take care on your way, folks. Okay. Oh my god, that is it for me, guys. Thank you for watching my streams. If you like what you saw, please hit that subscribe button. And if not, no worries. I appreciate anybody that just pops in. Or not subscribe, sorry. Hit that follow button. If not, no worries. You know, I appreciate anybody that pops in. I just like to entertain. In many different ways. But I really hope that you have a great rest of the night.